Yeah, I'm talking to the camera. I have to catch up because we didn't cover anything after Highborn. Alright, so after Highborn, we left Highborn and went back to Nassau to drop off Grandma and Pop-Pop so they could catch their flight back to the freezing northeast, and we spent another week at Palm Key in Nassau on New Providence Island. And let's see, yesterday, Saturday, we left there and basically came back. So yesterday we made it back to Shroud Key, spent the night there, and then today we made it to Big Majors. So this is just north of Staniel Cay, and we're going to spend the week here and then keep moving. So we have to be in Georgetown, I think, in 3 weeks, because then Grandma and Pop-Pop are coming back for Christmas. So we're just continuing to push on. All right, we're here at the infamous Pig Beach, Big Majors. Right off Staniel Cay, so we've been here before, and yeah, like somebody has a nice big bruise to show for it.
I got eaten by a pig. I'm a little nervous about being back here.
Like a good spot, guys.
There's a big one in the water.
This is a good spot.
Hey, Biggie.
Is he gonna pop our dinghy?
No.
Watch out! It's so huge.
He's big.
He's huge.
He's big.
Is that the one that bit you?
I don't know.
Oh, guys. Oh, careful with the engine.
He's fine. Oh, look, he has a tag on his ear.
I know. Alright, let's pop out. I don't want out.
Okay, somebody has to get out.
Look, I'm not getting out.
What do you think?
They seem more interested in the other people, so that's good.
They're hoping they have food. I wonder if that's the one that got me.
Big.
Karma.
He looks kind of lazy.
Big.
Sorry. No food.
Okay.
Number 4. They look like you're being held up by the pigs. Don't hurt me.
Stick them up.
Oh,
it is.
Being robbed by pigs.
I think this is the one that bit me behind us. The spots.
Spotted one.
Yeah, that's
Back for more.
That's Karma.
No
Sorry,
food.
no food.
Nothing.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, it's a baby pig.
Come on. Look at him. Aww. Look at this one. Hi, little guy.
Look how fat he is.
Hi.
I want to pet him.
Come on, Katie.
See, he's cute, Katie. Pet him, and now you come pet him. He's focused on me. See? He's not too scary. But he is. He's not actually one of the bigger ones.
There's pictures with names of all pigs.
That little one that was following us, let's find him. He's so cute.
He's good.
Oh, that's really cool. I want to find out who he is.
Oh, there's Big Mama Karma. That's the one who got me.
Oh man.
Why?
That's the picture of the one who ate me.
Look at this guy. Who is he?
Little guy.
It could be Jules.
Are we bringing this one home with us?
Like, oh, there's so many pigs. All the biggest ones are called Big Mama.
Yep. Well, they're all female.
Every single pig?
Here, yep.
Why?
Because the males are more aggressive.
Alright, so we are at Cruisers Beach, off of Staniel Cay, or Big Majors spot. So yeah, it's interesting. People have just contributed to adding stuff. There's picnic tables, there's signs everywhere. How's the swing, Katie? Yeah, it looks pretty good.
It's not as fun as the swing we have on our boat.
Nice chair.
A pig eating a bikini.
Pig eating a bikini. Well, you know, these things happen in the Bahamas.
Happens every day. Can we go now?
Almost.
Post over there. All right, trash run.
Okay, trash run.
Staniel Cay, following the signs.
So where are we and what are we doing?
Why don't you ever ask
Katie, where are we and what are we doing?
Never ask her.
Staniel Cay.
Because why? Because that's why. She says nothing.
Staniel Cay.
Fine. Okay, so we're at Staniel Cay off of Big Majors and Thunderbolt Grotto, wherever. So we're in Staniel Cay and we're going to dinner. And
Yep, going out to dinner.
Yep.
First time in a while. And it's a calm day today. There wasn't much wind, so
which is sad. There's a lot of flies.
yeah. But it means that we can easily take a dinghy ride in.
There's a little bit. It was
Not
a little
get
bit
wet?
choppy.
A little bit. So yeah, we're gonna go to dinner at the Staniel Cay Yacht Club. We have to decide, are we doing like the fancy restaurant or
No.
like the beach bar?
That you need to. Fancy restaurant, you need reservations. You have to order before 4 o'clock. And
Oh,
it's
boy.
2 seatings.
All right, so I guess it's this place then.
Keep going. There's the bar, and then there's like.
Well, yeah, there's
some
like
other-
tables in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Staniel Cay Yacht Club, the famous Staniel Cay Yacht Club.
I don't think it's famous.
No?
Oh, and this is where all the sharks are. This is where you can like swim with the sharks.
Oh.
Oh, no thanks. We've already done that.
Probably on that side where people are. Oh, some sharks over there.
Back of our boat. I jumped in once. The first day I jumped in, I looked on water, there was a shark and like I screamed. And then again, the next day, we looked around, we took precautions, we looked with the GoPro, we looked, slowly went down the ladder, and then I jumped in and then there was the shark. When we already saw that there were no sharks, so I jumped in.
Did you call him Sneaky?
And then there was a shark.
Sneaky
And then
shark?
I
Sneaky shark.
I just calmly got out that time.
Good.
What's the shark called?
Let's see. They can and do bite. Swim with the sharks at your own risk. Keep hands above the water, blah, blah, blah. Never hand feed a shark. That's a good idea. Okay.
There's a big one there.
Yep. Some sharks hanging around. All right, let's go get some dinner. Oh, look at that. There we go. This is like where the commoners
They
eat.
have breakfast. They have breakfast here and you don't need reservations.
All right, cheers. Staniel Cay Yacht Club. on the move again. We just left Big Majors, where we were for the past week, and a little less than a week. And we're heading south. We're still making our way south. We've got guests coming into Georgetown for Christmas, so we're using all the good travel days to get south so we can be there by the time they get there. So yeah, we left, we left Big Majors maybe about an hour ago, hour and a half. We're making good time. There's actually wind today. It's amazing. The reason we left today is that there's actually good wind out of the northeast, which means that we're basically on a beam reach. The wind is coming directly from our side, which is actually the fastest point of sail. We've got about maybe 15, between 15 and 20. It's been up and down. So we got a little bit of wave action going, but it's not bad at all. One of the great things about the Exumas is that the wind is usually out of the east. So when you have wind, you're usually sailing in the lee of all the islands. So the islands are breaking all the waves. So you're not getting open ocean, giant, swell coming in. So it's relatively flat, which makes for great sailing. Good wind and flat water is just, doesn't get better than that. So the plan today is we are heading, hopefully, to Lee Stocking Island. We're going to make our way south. We normally would have to go out on the other side, into the onto the ocean side to get to Lee Stocking, because there's a bunch of shallow spots that not many boats can get through if you want to get there on the banks side. But there is one route that could work, and if we get there before low tide, which is at 2 o'clock, I think we can make it. We'll give it a try. If it looks too shallow, we'll just we'll bail and we'll go probably to Ruddercut Key, which is a cool spot anyway. But we're just trying to make as much kind of headway south as we can, so that when we have to move to our next stop, it's just that much less we have to do that day. So yep, hanging out. We're pretty well reefed, because when we first started we were getting 20, 22 knots. So we've got just not much sail up at this point, and it seems like it might be lightening up a bit, so we may let out a bit more sail. But we've got a double reef in the main, and we've got a double reef in the jib, so we're kind of rigged for up to 25 knots. Actually, no, sorry, up to 30 knots. At 30 knots, we would drop the main and just be on the jib alone, or just not go somewhere. But I don't think we're going to see 30 knots today. Yep. So, yeah, it's good so far.
In my unconscious mind, always searching for the other side. In my unconscious mind, door is open up to every kind. Eyes open wide.
Rocks on one side and shallowness on the other. What's happening?
All right, we are going through a very shallow spot. Right now we've got 5.8 feet. We are picking our way through. That's our depth alarm.
All right, so we are, wiggling our way inside in the protected areas, because it's, 20, we've had 20 gusts of 27 knots, so not whether to go outside with the direction that's coming from in the waves. So we're near a cut where we could go out if we were going out, but we can see breaking waves, like big surfing breaking waves. So we'll show you. I don't know, it's pretty far, I'm not sure what you'll be able to see, but all right, so the only boat that we've seen looks like a tour boat, and it looks like it's going to this little anchorage right here, and we saw these dots on the land and we're like, what is that? They're iguanas, just like, I don't know, I can't even count how many there are. So the tour boat is going to feed the iguanas, be eaten by the iguanas, Looks like a mini Jurassic Park. So we're gonna keep going this direction. There is an abandoned research facility that we have checked out in the past that we're not sure. We've heard rumors that it's been bought and will be turned into a resort or something. So we're not sure. I don't know that we'll anchor off of there. It's not the prettiest of anchorages. There are 2 beaches further down that we have moved to anchor off of in the past, and that's kind of a prettier scene for swimming and stuff. So we'll see what the protection looks like there. Hopefully we're only here until Sunday, and then we can jump outside. We just have to watch those waves and make sure they've calmed down a bit before we go out. The entrance into Emerald Bay, which is where we planned on meeting Grandma and Pop-Pop, a marina, is a really bad entrance, the design of it. So depending on which way the waves are coming, sometimes you can have huge breaking waves in the entrance. We've heard of boats getting washed onto shore. I've seen a boat, mono, go over and touch their mast against the rocks on the side and come back up. So it's not something we want to play with. So we'll see if we can get in on Sunday. Otherwise, if we stay where we are, the only problem is the wind's going to be clocking around with this front that's coming, so we would not have west protection. As always, it always comes down to the weather. So we can't really decide anything until we decide what the weather is doing. And you don't always know that a whole bunch of days out. You kind of have to just wait and watch and wait and watch. So that's what we'll do. So this is the abandoned research facility that we visited 2 years ago on our first trip down. And it was really eerie because, whoa, almost lost my hat. It was really eerie because they just kind of got up and left one day. So there was a truck there was equipment there were tanks that had held fish and stuff there, and it was all just left behind. There was shampoo in the showers of the homes that are there. So just very strange. Hold on to my hat.
All right, we are anchored off of Lee Stocking Island. So that was where we were trying to get today, and we made it, which is great. It was an interesting trip. We had quite a bit of wind when we started out. Actually, the whole way it was blowing anywhere between 17 and like 24 knots. But it was great. We were going about 7.5 knots pretty much the whole way, so that was good. And then dropped sail and we motored through this area where it was really shallow, like down to maybe like 5.5 feet. And we draw 3.5 feet, so that's cutting it pretty close. It's a path that we've never taken before, and we went that way because otherwise we would have to go outside onto the Atlantic side, and with the 20-something knots of wind we had today, that would be really rough. It'd be pretty big seas out there. So staying on the banks was definitely a lot calmer. So it was interesting. Yeah, we poked up around a few little islands and kind of tucked in through these. We were basically kind of reading the water and looking for all these shifting sandbars, kind of working your way through the different sandbars. And we were following a path that is actually charted, but you never know because sandbars are always shifting. So yep, so that was interesting. But for now, we're going to drop the dinghy and we're going to explore. You can see behind me, we'll explore this little beach over here. There's a trail that cuts through the island to the other side, so we can go take a look at that. And we got one neighbor here, one other boat.
Yeah, it does look like the tide goes up a lot. Look at the mangroves.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Here, we'll put the anchor on the sandbar. Oh.
What happened?
There's a hole right there.
See, that's why I didn't get out while I was videoing.
Well, someone's been here before. There's a nice little post marking the trail. Yeah.
Could be a cliff.
Whoa. Wow, that's cool.
That's all, guys.
Pretty neat.
Keep Daddy move back so that.
I think the trail continues.
Oh wow.
Oh, there's another little lookout point. Wow, that's cool.
That's scary.
Oh, look. Pile of rocks.
Oh, that's cool. It reminds me of the Moana thing, remember?
Yeah, it's like the pile of rocks in Moana.
What?
Wait, careful. Oh, wow. Look at the view.
Come on, Katie, let's add a rock to the pile.
Yeah, go find a rock. Wow, it looks like it's been scoured pretty well around here. All right, Mommy's got a rock. I gotta go find a rock.
There, I got you a little one.
Oh, I got the baby rock. I know, I like Mommy's rock.
I'll help you find one.
No, I want that one.
But it's so tiny.
But that's good, because look, I can put it all the way up top.
Watch. Ow.
Ready? Hey.
Oh no!
There it is.
Right here, I'm putting mine in.
Nice.
Yep, this would be a good place, like you can sign a rock with like a Sharpie or something.
Right.
Momentum's gathering. Soon all the tides will be turned. Make the most of what it brings. We're building all the bridges that burn. Living it now and taking it in. I made it out, won't go back again. But instead I'll tumble ahead and I'll forward spin. I made it now and taking it in. I made it out, won't go back again. But instead I'll tumble ahead, facing the wind.
Pop, pop goes the weasel, the weasel. Pop, pop goes the weasel, the weasel. Pop, pop goes the weasel, the weasel. Pop goes the weasel, 'cause the weasel goes pop.